explain in detail as far as contractual relief for a contract created in infancy in regard to UCC? Can you or any attorney confirm or deny that the U.S. operates under the UCC due to the declared national state of emergency, i.e. public policy or / contract law? How does one pay a debt with the debt? Oh, God. Remember, the U.S. Constitution was never changed. We have to be under declared national state of emergency. How do they get away with it? Does a presumptive and voluntary use of U.S. currency, aka Federal Reserve notes, carry a benefit subject to a liability? What is the benefit and what is the liability? Well, of course, the benefit, if you know, you can pay a debt that you believe you owe without incurring legal liability. If you could show you paid your electric bill, but it's not your bill, it's a U.S. bill, they can't come after you. It's a benefit, but you're using private credit. What's the liability? Your ass is the collateralization of the Federal Reserve note, the debt. Sick and evil. What is the benefit and what is the liability? Please be specific. Is it fair to suggest that law per se cannot be brought into court, but rather contractual performance obligations under the UCC? I am not sure, and I am not sure I am wording this correctly, but perhaps you will understand. Parentheses, this is a difficult subject, but with your assistance, I am sure it will help me and us in the community understand. There's no way around this. Number 10. It is noted that when Tony, meaning me, mentioned the issue of the bulk bin, this is over a situation. Oh God, this poor guy, I feel sorry for him. It's playing head games with him. It is noted that when Tony mentioned the issue of the bulk bin being under a contractual direction of the Middle River Club, and that certain persons interfered with that contract by and through the bin removal without authorization from the authorized entity, as well as persons that agreed publicly, I guess contractually, to care for that bin, yet failed to perform per their free will agreement, your response failed to address the contractual issue. You indicated abuse was the cause for the bin and recycling bins removal, thus suggestion not persons per se through interference with the contract and or agreement to perform. Can the same line of legal reason, for example, be used when an attorney sends an offer to contract through certified mail, 18 U.S.C. 1346, be deemed abuse for those with the desire to profit off usufruct with the full knowledge of the law and superior contract performance requirement? So you have to understand the attorney is deemed to know the law. Is he abusing his knowledge of the law, trying to trick people into contracting when he knows the debt or whatever could be set off with no harm and will actually reduce the national debt? And number 11, have the people been left spoliated? It's a question. If this is the case, can you or any other attorney and or state of New York, for this specific example for Anthony Rubio, again asterisk, confirm or deny that the certified copy of the birth record as certified evidence of the facts is usufruct compliant with a lawful right to subrogation, and upon notice that there is perhaps an obligor, an authorized public official that shall be contacted, perhaps by one who retains a bar card to settle any all claims quickly and peacefully without further controversy. By setting off a claim rather than discharge, can you or any other attorney confirm or deny that this method of set-off, as opposed to discharge, does in fact reduce the U.S. deficit and supports the United States and its citizens? Can you or any other attorney confirm or deny this protocol as lawful as authorized by law? So, again, they want to create the controversy. It's billable hours. They profit off the usufruct I don't get it. You know, I could get it I could get it if we all drop dead, we take it with us. I would get it. But it all stays. We're all being tested. I don't want to fail this test. And I'm sure the universe is allowing me to go through this to test me. Am I going to be successful? Well, we'll see. I don't think they want to answer all this. And I should let you know, I was in a case with the association, and where the association was being sued, and as manager, the lawyer kept saying it was under the insurance. We have D&O insurance. I had to testify, and I said, I can't lie under oath. He says, no, you can't lie under oath. I says, well, if I testify, you're under your rules, I gotta lie. Oh no, you have to tell the truth. So he kept pushing me. Kept pushing me. I said, they had the deposition set. I kept saying no. You know what I did? I wrote the chief judge of the county, Broward County. Kind of ballsy. I said, I don't know what to do. I gave him the evidence. I said, I have to lie. In essence, that's what I didn't say that. I put the 10 Commandments in there. Yeah, it's all in there. Know what? The lawyer didn't know what to do. He kept on the case because he didn't want to. Eventually the case had to be settled. He didn't know what to do. They took him off the case. Another lawyer, a little brighter, got on the case, got the case settled. And we had to do a Zoom with the lawyer, and the lawyer commented. He said what I wrote was very good, smiled, didn't comment further. He said it was very well written. Wouldn't comment further on it, but was laughing. They can't argue with their law. Remember that oath of office, right? Where are we with this? Let me read back because I don't remember where I stopped. Have the people been left spoliated? If this is the case, can you or any other attorney and or state of New York, for this specific example for Anthony Rubio, comma, confirm or deny that the certified copy of the birth record as certified evidence of facts is user-front compliant with a lawful right to subrogation, and upon notice that there is perhaps an obligor, an authorized public official that shall be contacted, perhaps by one who retains a bar card, to settle any and all claims quickly and peacefully without further controversy. By setting off a claim rather than discharge, can you or any other attorney confirm or deny that this method of set-off, as opposed to discharge, does in fact reduce the U.S. deficit and supports the United States and its citizens? Can you or any other attorney confirm or deny this protocol as lawful as authorized by law? What are they going to say? Number 12, get ready. I love it. And I'll let you know, it's not that I copied word for word, but it was the idea I did copy. It is my belief part of your duty as an officer of the court is to ensure public harmony. Do attorneys and judges have an ex officio duty to act as conservators of the peace? Can you or any other attorney confirm or deny this is part of your duty legally and ethically as an attorney? They're not supposed to create controversy. They're supposed to settle disputes. Get it? Are you getting it? Here we go, the narrative now. Because I want to make my parents proud, I'm not sure the people I call mom and dad are my parents, as when I was born I do not remember, but because the people I call mom and dad took excellent care of me, I refer to them as mom and dad, I guess as an implied agreement. it up his ass. Oops. Wait a minute. Stick it up his ass. I want my parents proud of me since they did not raise me to be a belligerent. Remember what that means in law. A thief to steal another's property, bear false witness, or covert anything, meaning desire anything, and particularly have any graven images in place of the one and only true God. Would you or any other person violate, attempt to profit by manipulation, threat, coercion, or under duress under another's deeply held spiritual beliefs? When one is exercising one's deeply held spiritual beliefs, is this an integral part of exercising one's unalienable right to freely align oneself with our Creator's mandate or royal law to do unto others as they would have do unto you and love one another? Please advise. Where the fuck is he going to go with this? Oh my God. I simply want to remain in honor to our God, my parents, and all my brothers and sisters, and the presumed persons in the community who, under our Creator's law, requires love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is fulfilling the law. Romans 13:10. As in not to harm God's creation or property, in parentheses. The enclosed attached documentation is available publicly. There are no secrets. This is why it is important that you, as learned legal counsel, respond to these questions above to ensure the community does not perhaps misrepresent any facts should there be any future correspondence from you and or the firm Peyton Boland to any presumed person here in the community. It is my belief that, and it's in Latin, I can't say it, but it translates into no man ought to be burdened in the consequence of another's act. Then I put a scripture in there. Let me not, I pray you, accept any man's person, neither let me give flattering titles unto man. For I know not to give flattering titles. In so doing, my Maker would soon take me away. Job 32:21-22. So now highlighted and bold, underlined. Please have a response within 3 business days to the 12 questions above. A substantive, truthful response is required. Take note, there shall be no extension of time to respond. Please feel free to email your response to user fruck is the law. In the salutation, please feel free to write to the person, Anthony Rubio. I believe you can only communicate with persons. I should receive it. Even if you send your response by certified mail, I can provide a signature as authorized user unless you have proof of claim otherwise, where a person's name can be used as personal identification, as well as other questions above substantively and truthfully answered. Should you ignore or deflect this offer to set the record straight, no big deal, no now, no contract, past, present, or future. If you fail to counter by failing to respond substantively and truthfully, I suspect it is a dishonor, and the result is everything written and contained within this writing must be accurate. Therefore, you acquiesce to the facts contained within this correspondence and accept this as some sort of notice which shall be shared with the entire community. I am not sure I'm reading any of the attached public references correctly. This is why it is important you respond. I gave my time freely over to the many years to your clients. Now you have the opportunity to return this required, let's ensure no one's rights are violated demand. I trust, I like that word, I trust we all want to follow the law. The question is, does one get to pick and choose which laws, or are all the laws to be followed, particularly those with superior contract performance requirements? What the fuck is he going to do with this? Please allow me to be clear. If the documentation and questions contained in this writing are completely way off base, I humbly and respectfully ask that you correct me and forgive me by and through countering with your proof of claim demonstrating my error. What is he going to do? How could he counter it? He can't. He cannot counter this. As I stated, it must appear clear to you and perhaps to your advantage that I have no legal training whatsoever. Now remember, he really can't take advantage because I have no legal training. If he does, I'm telling you, it ain't going to go good for him. I try to be very clear in my writing, but too, I have no formal writing skills training, and that too perhaps is to your advantage. But what you really want to take advantage, but would you really want to take advantage of an idiot for lack of learned legal knowledge? Remember, they can't take an idiot. They have to have full knowledge of consent, what you're doing, what you're agreeing to. But would you really want to take advantage of an idiot for lack of learned legal knowledge? What am I saying? Do you want to take advantage of somebody stupid? Because if I'm an idiot, he can't take advantage. If he doesn't answer, he can't take advantage. You can't take advantage, period. I would never believe it. I would never believe it, you to be such a person. I do wish to be in honor with your legal system, our community, our neighbors, and our Creator. I even attach, to save time and billable hours to your clients, the public reference information for your legal evaluation. But as learned legal counsel, you probably know this stuff off the top of your head. I guess these references are part of the law that is under your learned legal knowledge, ? I, and I believe I can speak for our community, greatly appreciate your anticipated cooperation by responding to these questions and look forward to working together for the benefit of all the residents, presumed persons in the community. Thank you for your time, understanding, and may God bless you abundantly. Signed, a spoliated naked owner, an obligee who appears to be known, authorized, and exclusive user of state of New York property, file number. If you would like to write using USPS, feel free to address your correspondence to in care of Anthony Rubio at the above address located within the jurisdiction of the United States. I should receive it. Please do not suggest I obtain legal counsel. It seems your clients, and recently now a disgruntled former board member, Mr. Sager, prefer to use you as legal counsel to intercourse, meaning to correspond with Middle River Club and the majority interest. Let's discover from learned legal counsel the facts. In my opinion, this would be a reasonable request and for the good of the community. Please, can we have several more Perhaps we can have several more correspondents in order to keep peace and harmony in the community. I have many more questions relating to CRIS, or Court Registry Investment System. 31 U.S.C. 3124, if you recall, is the property tax. They can't do the property taxes the way they do them, so they ignore it. Modern money mechanics, and if and how a signature can create credit, foreclosures, etc. And then later on in our more advanced discussion, IRS Manual 6202, reversionary interest, trading with the Enemy Act in detail, and much more on the UCC. The UCC is very difficult for me to grasp, but with your help, no doubt, we in the community will have a clear understanding. I also want to thank your clients for their endless effort to have the community operate legally, always to their benefit, using their legal counsel, how things should be according to the law. This is why their attorney and his legal knowledge must be used to end at their cost. Yesterday's community meeting once again placed the shining light upon our community's guru, Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals protocol. You may wish to discuss the difference with your clients, the matter of opinion and defamatory statements, as well as sending out flyers to the community anonymously, then admitting it. The list of references hereto attached, and in parentheses, this is the short list. I have many more references. So, what did I give him? Definition of usufructuary. Special report. Next. Special report. America's perpetual state of emergency, dated October 23rd, 2014. Next. Senate report.